What is up, guys? Let me introduce you to this California prison system 40's Crip gang banging demon that is 4Extra. Now, this gentleman you see on the left in this picture, this individual is known for going back and forth to the LA County Jail and through the California prison system. Now, every time he goes in, as of recently, ever since he caught some fame, he's been making headlines, all right? But before he ever even got some nationally recognized fame, he was already making headlines in the street. And that is 4Extra, and he has the extra in his name for a reason. Now, I want to show you guys these two clips to give you an idea, a genuine version of the type of characters they put in prison movies to terrify you. Check it out. Check out these two clips.
You know, he sized up like me, boop. The homies come get me. Wop, on set, I go over there. I get up in the cell, pop the cell. I go up in the cell. We lock up inside the cell. When we lock up inside the cell, we lock up. Bop, I catch him. He go out. Boom, he hit the ground. He knocked out. He started shaking on the ground. Now my homie head stump, little head stump, a.k.a. Big Elmo, we call him, but little head stump, peanut buttering.
Wait,
you get what I'm
okay.
saying?
What is peanut buttering for the audience out
look,
there? All right.
You know.
And do you approve of this process?
Look, off the back, it happens a lot in here.
Oh
but look. So when I knock him out, so look, when I knock him out, we lock up. When I knock him out, catch him and knock him out, park him, he go on the ground, he get the shaking and the homie little head stump from 6'0", neighborhood 6'10". Shout out to the homie, free the homie. On the hood, cuz, on the dead homies, peanut butter cuz. You know the peanut butter pack, wow, dead homies, wow. Peanut butter between his cheeks.
So he grabs it with his fingers?
No, he busts the peanut butter pack open.
Oh, okay. Oh, because it's just a little pack,
yeah,
right? Okay.
Bust the peanut butter pack open. Bob, squeeze it between his cheeks and peanut butter is out. You get what I'm saying?
So he fingered his ass
no,
with the peanut butter?
No.
He just put it there.
I don't
know.
He squeezes it in there.
He squeezed it. He squeezed it between his cheeks.
He squeezed it in.
Peanut butter and squeezed him between his cheeks. Pop, it go around the whole county. 4Extras knocked him out and peanut butter him. No, I didn't peanut butter him. I knocked him out. Nigga, the homie little head stump 6'0", peanut butter thing on the dead homies off the back. It was going down. Peanut butter cuz, see cuz on his way. Fuck that nigga. What? Send him on his way.
But so he wakes.
All right, guys. So you heard that. Basically, he gets in a squabble, a fight with another individual in jail. This is in the LA County Jail. He hits him, catches him. The guy starts convulsing. He starts to have spasms on the floor. Another one of his homeboys comes over and apparently puts peanut butter between his ass cheeks. Oh my God, right? But now we have to dissect this, all right? Because someone had to pull this dude's pants down, all right? And the person who had to pull the dude's pants down, or whoever did it, whoever participated in this act, had to see the guy's butt. And not only the butt, but very likely, depending on how low you pull it down, and I doubt that they're pulling it down like a masseuse would, he probably pulled it down pretty low. You probably saw the dude's nuts, right? So you have this guy who just got beat up, who's convulsing on the ground, who's having spasms. You pull down his pants and you put peanut butter between his ass cheeks. Man, I mean, look, you know what it is? You're in prison, right? And you're around a bunch of men. And I imagine all these men, they still have sex drives, right? And that stuff starts to come out in perverted ways. There's no denying it, bro. These dudes start to get into perverted acts against their enemies, and it's perverted, bro. You pulling down a dude's pants and sticking peanut butter between his ass. That is freaking perverted. And this is the story we heard last time, but we've all been, what's the word, desensitized to this kind of crap. So we're not all super shocked when we hear 4Extra talking about doing this to another man, right? But watch this next clip of the news story regarding 4Extra.
4 extras out anyway. Ain't he up there with y'all? I thought he was in L.A. County.
No, cuz in the county. So when we go to court, you know, we hear all this shit. We go to court, so this is why all this stuff taking place.
So
we like niggas.
So they said 4 extras put carrots in the nigga
Put
from
carrots in
Hoover.
the nigga from Hoover ass, man. The nigga handicapped nigga from Hoover G thing.
Oh wow.
No, not G thing. Cuz no. Cuz name. Damn, that's cuz name. Lou. He got like a fucked up arm.
Probably so. I don't know.
Yeah, cuz arm for he a little bullshit type nigga, but cuz supposed to put the carrots and cuz booty this, knock cuz out and all the little shit. Wild thing, that's cuz name. Wild thing. Father's who.
Alright guys, you heard that. So now the new allegation of what this guy's doing in prison. Alright, so the previous one, he was self-snitching, right? He went there and he said this, which is a sexual assault. He said this live on an interview. He admitted to committing or aiding and abetting in a sexual assault of another man live on an interview. Alright, but this new allegation is that he stuck a carrot up the butt of a guy who's handicapped, right? And now this guy is a gangbanger, but he's handicapped, and he stuck a carrot up his ass, bruh. This shit is getting perverted, you know? I mean, this is perverted, bruh. I don't know, what do you guys think, man? Is there any, like, you have to start to think that there's some kind of sexual perversion involved in doing these things, you know? At the end of the day, it's some kind of like open sexuality, some homosexuality, because it's done in a violent way. It's like you get to cover your ass so no one goes out there and says that, oh, dude is gay, you know? Because it's done in a violent way. Like, oh no, he's not doing it because he enjoys it. He's not doing it because he gets a pleasure from it. He's doing it because he's trying to violate this individual. But in reality, man, you have to start to speculate that this guy 4 Extra may get some sort of gay satisfaction from doing these things to other individuals, right? And the thing about it is, like, the way I see it is, you have to imagine there's a bunch of men, nothing but men in these prisons, right? And the other thing is, they still have their sex drives, bruh. And so you imagine that things get perverted, right? And there's more layers to this 4 Extra story as far as him maybe being interested or having some sort of homosexual desires, right? Because one thing you have to say is, like, this guy, so by chance he got an appeal on either, I think it was an attempted murder or murder conviction. So he got convicted of attempted murder or murder. Luckily, he thought he was going to have to do the rest of his life in prison. Luckily, he gets an appeal, right? When he gets the appeal, he chooses to stay in prison for another 30 days. Just to stay with his homies and say goodbye to all his homies, right? He gets out and he's right back, man. He's right back. I think he's on probation or parole, and he keeps violating his probation or parole. He keeps violating the terms, and he keeps going back. He doesn't stay out for a month. You know, every single time he gets out, does one no jumper interview with Adam 22, and goes right back in. Man, he's addicted to the prison. Like, if you told 4 Extra, hey, look, there's 2 sides of the street. If you stand on the right side, you will not go to prison. You know what 4 Extra will do? He'll run over to the left side. I mean, the guy loves being in that environment. And now he gets to also experiment and express this devious sexuality. I mean, this guy is the type of demon you see in prison, because he has some charisma in the interviews with Adam 22. This guy doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, you know, and he has some charisma. It's easy to kind of think like, oh, this dude, he's all right, you know, he's not the worst. But in reality, man, the things he's doing are diabolical, right? And that's 4 Extra, and I wanted to make this video for you guys just to see, like, what do you guys think, bro? There has to be some devious underlying sexual perversions that are coming out. You know, even when he talks about women, he's very degrading towards them, which, you know, could be from his experiences. But I mean, there has to be some kind of like devious sexuality coming out, man. I mean, it's crazy, bro. A handicapped dude, you beat him up probably. There's some type of, I mean, one of his main ops are the Hoovers. You beat him up. And I mean, how do you stick a carrot up a dude's ass, bro? You gotta really shove that thing into a dude's ass, man. That's crazy, bro. And this guy is handicapped, apparently one arm he can't use or something. And this dude shoved a carrot up his ass, bro. That's some diabolical perversion, man. That's not just some gangster shit. That's some... I mean, look, I think as these dudes spend more and more time in prison, they become more and more desensitized, man. Even sexually, you know. And having spent most of his life in prison amongst other men, you got to understand, like, at some point when he had those sexual thoughts, like all of us have, he's surrounded by other men. And not only is he surrounded by other men, he's got another man in the dorm, right? He's sharing a dorm. He's sharing a cell with another man. And there's one bathroom, and they have to share the bathroom, and all the rest of that. I mean, it's crazy, man. But this is 4Extra, bro, and this is the new rumor. So it started with peanut butter, right? Now, then it's a carrot in the ass. What's next, man? What is next, bro? Is he gonna shove a broomstick up a dude's ass? And then, I mean, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy, and it has to be. It's perverted, bruh. It's diabolical, and it's violent, you know. And that's the kind of shit you can find in that prison system. So for all you thinking about gangbanging and shit, remember, there's a 4Extra in there, man. And that motherfucker is a demon.